Hey guys, how's it going? This is MrCamoGaming, bringing you guys another Destiny the Taken King video, and in today's video I finally have defeated Oryx the Taken King in the King's Fall raid, and so this video is going to be my first ever kill. It's going to be all of the footage from my first ever kill. You can see here is Oryx himself. I'm live commentating over this as I'm watching it back. So I'm going to basically be just showing you guys. I'm not going to be going over the strategy in this video. I'm going to make separate videos for strategies for the War Priest, Golgoroth, the Daughters, and Oryx. But anyways, yeah, in this video, basically, it's just to demonstrate the first ever kill that we got on him. So I am going to explain what we're doing, kind of, but it's going to be a little bit different. I'm also going to be explaining some other things whilst in this video. One thing I really quickly wanted to address just in this beginning phase here, while we're just killing off all the Taken, is that a lot of the community on looking for group websites is very difficult at the minute, because a lot of people don't seem to want to help, like it seemed more like with the Dark Below and the House of Wolves. A lot of people don't seem to want to help with the King's Fall raid and help 290 players to get through it, and that's because a lot of people are very uneducated as to how the raid works. So first of all, if you're new to the raid, at this point, about a month and a bit down the line, I would recommend just looking it up. I know that people have said that you should not look it up, but about a month and a half down the line, people are probably just, especially if you're on looking for group websites, people are probably just going to get a little bit mad. And also, I think that people should just, try and help out a little bit more, like they did in the Dark Below and the House of Wolves. And I know it's a bit difficult, and I know everyone wants touch of malice to get it done all quickly. But I know that once I get like my touch of malice and everything, then I'll be helping people through the raid on LFG websites. But anyways, here you go. You can see this is the first cycle, I believe, where we're just about to shoot Oryx in the stomach. After we've got the relic and slammed the vessel cult of Oryx, there we go. So we got him to recoil, and now I'm going to run over to my corrupted light orb, which is part of the strategy. Again, I'll have a strategy video on my channel as soon as possible as to how to actually complete this raid, because it is a very difficult raid. It's very difficult mechanics to understand at first. Once you've got the hang of it, it's pretty easy. But you do have to be very efficient, and you do have to kind of know what you're doing. Otherwise, it can be very, very difficult. So you can see there that we didn't manage to take down 25% of his health, not by a long shot. And so he's just going to step back up in the middle here. Also, this is a 15-minute video. It's like around 15 minutes at the time of watching this. I didn't expect the fight to be that long. Oh yeah, and so this is the phase I didn't realize. I went AFK. I started messaging someone, and then I'm looking around like, oh, what's killing me? And then I remember that this is the phase where you're supposed to run around your platform because of the orbs that are spawning in and trying to kill you. So I was an idiot and screwed up there, but that's okay. I'm sure you can see that Oryx is just standing there with his two hands out. And there we go, so this phase ends. I'm just apologising to the fire team. You won't be able to hear any audio in the background. My voice will be the only thing you can hear. So, hopefully that's not a problem. I'm also working on a lot more other videos, just as a quick notice, guys. I'm working on how to get exotic weapon videos. I'm working on like specific videos of like how events work, how new Crucible modes work, all stuff like that. I'm working on loads of different videos, and I'm trying to come up with new video ideas too, to keep things interesting. Of course, I'm going to have a Geo video every Friday. Also, for those of you that don't know, my new schedule is videos Monday to Friday, and then take weekends off. That may or may not change some days. Maybe I will upload at the weekend, but I'm definitely prioritising getting 5 videos up every week, which is a new step, because I'm actually trying to stick to a schedule, which is interesting. But anyways, also throughout this fight, I just want to point out I'm using the Zalo Supercell, which is an exotic auto rifle. This was sold by Geo. I upgraded it to only like 284 attack. And so this wasn't the most efficient run in the world, on my behalf anyways, because I did have a 1,000-yard stare, which is an amazing sniper rifle, and I also had my Void Edge, which is just a sword, but I don't have the exotic swords yet. I'm not exactly sure how you get the exotic swords. I was a bit confused, but I'll figure it out. And you can see here, I think we're on the second cycle now, and we're all just running back to the corrupted light orbs, about to just do everything. And by the way, if you're willing to listen to how to do the raid, this is quite an easy raid to do. If you learn easily, you'll pick up the mechanics quite quickly. That's what I found anyways, is that watching videos on it, in my opinion, watching videos on the strategy makes 0 sense. Like, you watch the videos, you're like, alright, yeah, now what's it I have to do again? watching a video, in my opinion, is a lot more difficult to try and figure out the strategy than if you just do it a few times and fail, and then you're like, oh right, so I have to do this and this and this, and then you understand it. But in my Oryx guide video, I'm going to try and explain it as best as I can for new people, not for veteran players. I'm going to try and explain it as best as I can for people who are completely new to the raid, as well as with War Priest and Golgoroth and the Daughters, and all that kind of stuff. I'll also be having a guide on the King's Fall fragments. Well, I'll have the calcified fragment guides going up as well, which will be interesting. And I'm sorry I'm not paying attention to the raid at all. I should be talking about my raid experience. The first raid experience, anyways, I got basically 0 loot. I got basically none. There we go, AFK messaging again. So on my platform, so I have to jump up with the Torn Between Dimensions guy. And he's shooting, and there's the... I always forget about the ogres. That's one thing, again, a tip for new people. Don't forget to kill the Light Eater ogres, because they're quite easy to forget to kill. And if you don't kill them, then you're screwed, because you need those corrupted light orbs that they drop. Talking in technical terms there, but anyways, I will explain all of how this works in the raid guide video. First raid, anyways, like I was saying, I didn't get any loot, I believe, on my Warlock, which is what I'm doing this on. I got I believe I got the Warlock Bond, and I got the chest piece, but I didn't get any weapons. The only weapon I got, which is the weapon you'll see at the end here, and I will admit, I think it's an amazing weapon, personally. All of the King's Fall weapons look really good, actually. He's about to slam down, but no, we made him recoil, and so we're all good. So I run towards my corrupted light orb. I was a bit scared, I remember, at this point, because I thought Oryx was going to start shooting at me, and he did not. And so we're just channeling the corrupted light, and in secondary it's going to say we detonated the orb. And if you notice a few times here, we only detonate 2 or 3 orbs. That deals less damage to Oryx. If you're going to do this yourself, you want to try and detonate all 4 orbs. Otherwise, you're going to be in a bit of a sticky situation. But anyways, yeah, there we go. So we defeat him again. Now he's below 50% health. Which means that he's going to start teleporting us to the Shade of Oryx, which is another fight that you'll see in just a second. It's inside that black ball that he just spawned in the middle of the map. Again, I'll explain all of this in the raid Oryx guide. Here we go. Okay, so there's the Taken Thrall, just rushing around like that. There's the Shade of Oryx. There you go. You can see him there. I was the first to get teleported, and I have really weak guns, and so I was struggling a little bit to get damage on him. Because I had a 284 Zalo Supercell, it's a 296 1,000 Yard Stare, and a 298 Void Edge. And I still don't have the exotic quest. I think when you meant to get the sword to 280 light, or 280 attack, to get the exotic sword quest, and mine's 298 and I haven't received it. If you guys know anything about that, if you could let me know in the comments, that would be excellent. Thank you very much. So you can see here, basically, this part of the fight, if you don't know, he teleports you one by one into this room, and you have a certain amount of time to kill this Shade of Oryx. If you don't kill him in time, then you'll all wipe, I believe. I'm not exactly sure if that's correct. But basically, you want to kill him. You want to kill the Shade of Oryx. And then once you kill him, you'll all get teleported back out of the room, as you'll see right now. And there you go, now we're back in the room with Oryx. And then you just want to clear out ads and then go back to doing your thing again. With the Torn Between Dimensions guy running up to the relic and smashing the Vessel of Oryx. So yeah, once you get the hang of it, you can explain it pretty easily to other people, but to understand it at first is just the most difficult thing in the entire world. So as you can see at this point, I don't need to, here's another tip, I don't need to step on my plate because the orb is above my plate, and so I get off my platform and come and help to kill the Light Eater ogres. Because I'm not doing anything, so if I just stood there and waited, it would be a bit useless and not practical. So I go around and help people kill the Light Eater ogres until mine spawns in. Then I rush back and tank mine because I know that's mine. And there we go. You can see I killed it pretty easily. And there we go. Just pull out the sword, just whack some of the ads, make sure there's not going to be too much stuff around us. And where's Oryx? There's Oryx. So he's below 50% health. And so we all think this is a pretty good run. I believe you get 5 attempts before he enrages. If Oryx enrages, I've never seen the enragement text pop up. But here we go. Now we're going to the corrupted light orbs again. And I believe this time we have to get 3 or we get 4. I don't remember which. There we go. 1's detonated, 2 detonated. Yeah, we only get 3. And so we say, all right, in a second day we say, okay, if we don't get 4 the next run, then it's probably going to have to wipe because it's not going to be enough damage. or it's going to be just enough damage, but not quite there. You can see there Oryx is pretty low now, and I believe this is going into our final cycle here. And at the end, it's the only decent loot I actually got at the end, which is very annoying. Just quickly touching on the looking for group thing again, because I use looking for group to find my groups to play with, because I don't have a group of 6 friends that's on regularly enough so that I can play with them every single week and do the raid, if that makes sense, at the same time. But so I use looking for group most of the time, and it's become really rude compared to how it used to be. Like, people demand for more stuff now. I noticed people will demand that you have Touch of Malice, which is that, in my opinion, that's not fair, because you actually do have to do the raid once to get the Touch of Malice, and so for people that haven't done the raid once, it's like that's not very fair. Some people require experience or to at least know what you're doing. That one's fair enough, I think. I mean, if you look at it, doesn't take much to look on YouTube for 20 minutes at a raid guide, like my raid guides. Oh, link in the description, everyone. It doesn't take too long to look at a raid guide and just figure out how to do the raid. There's the Shade of Oryx again. As you can see, we killed this one a lot more quickly than we did the previous one. And you can see we were about to get Doxology there, which was very scary and spooky. I believe that's what happens when you, if I'm correct, that's what happens when you don't kill the Shade of Oryx in time, and Doxology wipes everyone, I think. Not too sure about that one, though. I'll find everything out for when I do the raid guide, and then you guys can watch the raid guide, and all will be good. And so this is our final cycle, I believe, and then we finally kill the Taken King. In just a second here, you can see we've got President Marshall over there running up to the orb. By the way, the guys I was playing with in this raid were really nice people. I'm not saying, you know, go spam them with friend requests or nothing. I'm just saying that they were really nice people and that they were very helpful, considering I'd never done the raid before anyways. Like, now I could probably get the Touch of Malice. I think I need, like, 8 more fragments, and then I can get the Touch of Malice. And then I'll have a guide going up on how to get it. But anyways, you can see here we're just about to come to the final cycle, just killing the Vessel of Oryx. We just, like, kind of spammed him down. We wanted him dead. And then Oryx will have his chest open in just a second here. And for it, I'll just clear out ads with the sword so that we don't have to worry about them too much. I'll pull out the 1,000-yard stare and just hit him in the chest a few times. There we go. And then we all run back over to the Corrupted Light Orbs. And then we run into the Channeling Corrupted Light again. And this is the final cycle. This is definitely the final cycle. And now this is the scary bit. Actually, we got all 4 orbs, as you can see there. In the final cycle, it's a bit scary because what happens is Oryx goes back to the front of the room when he's at this much health, like at 1%. And if you don't kill him within a set amount of time, then your team wipes when he's on like 0.1% health, which would be incredibly annoying. But as you're going to see here in just a second here, he's going to get back up, he's going to prepare to try and kill us, and he's going to open up his chest, he calls upon the darkness, and we just murder his sorry ass. And there you go, you can see I got the Road to King's Fall quest completed, 400 rep with Eris. You can see that he just goes flying into space. I got the Ravenous Heart for the Touch of Malice quest line. And you can see her just looking over the edge. Then we run back to get the loot from the chest really quickly, just to make sure, see if I get anything. And you can see I get the Doom of Chelchis legendary scout rifle, which is an incredibly good gun from what I've used of it so far. I have mine fully maxed out. It's 304. I haven't infused it anymore because I don't have any more raid primary weapons. But I will say, this thing sounds great, it performs great, it's basically really, really good. But that's my opinion on the King's Fall. That was my first Oryx kill, ladies and gentlemen. If you have enjoyed this video, remember to smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for daily gaming content. Let me know in the comments section what was your guys' first Oryx experience like? Like, did you do well the first time, or did you have a few inexperienced people who you had to explain the raid to? Let me know in the comment section below. Remember to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Links in the description below, and I'll see you guys in another video. So until then, ciao.